Hey everyone, so today's DIY is going to be updating a metal canister. So this metal canister came from Hobby Lobby and it was $49.99, but they usually always have some sort of 40% off coupon, which makes it a whole lot cheaper. But I particularly did not like the galvanized steel look, so I wanted to update it a little bit. So I used this spray paint. It's a satin finish in granite, and I started to spray paint the canister. As you saw before, I also didn't really like the lid, so I removed that. And you'll just continue to see me spray painting here. I decided only to give the canister one coat of paint. It seemed to be covering pretty well. I just made sure that the coat of paint was pretty thick so that the galvanized look underneath was not showing through. So in order to make the monogram for the side of the canister, I decided to use my Silhouette Cameo 3 edition to make a vinyl piece. Here I took a leaf circle border off of Google and copy and pasted it into this document. I then resized it pretty big because I wanted it to fit the whole front side of the canister. And then I began adding the letters. So I added the large S to the center for storms, and then later on you will see that I added the actual word storms underneath the letter and circle. As you've seen as well is I did change the font of the letters to Engravers MT. This style of font seemed to really go with the rustic feel and the monogram look that I was going for. So here I have my cut vinyl, and I need to weed or remove the extra vinyl that I do not need. Here you'll see that I'm cutting a piece of transfer paper to size in order to transfer my vinyl from the blue mat that it is currently on or backing to the actual metal canister. Transferring the vinyl from its backing to the transfer tape could be a little tricky, so I was making sure that it was attached and pressed down pretty firmly. So once the vinyl is on the transfer tape, it is now time to attach it to the metal canister. So you'll see here that I kind of just push it down in one spot to really see if that's the position that I want it in, to make sure it's level, to make sure it's centered, and you'll see that I adjusted a couple times before securely pushing it down. And here you'll see that I am removing the transfer tape, slowly making sure that the vinyl underneath is sticking to the metal canister. This spot right here was a little bubbled, so I lifted it up and pushed it down. I did have to crease it a little bit, but overall you're not going to see that in the end. And now you'll see here that I'm just kind of going through, making sure that all the bubbles have been pressed out and all the pieces and edges are firmly down. So this is the end result of what the vinyl looks like on the spray painted canister. And now moving on to the floral that I wanted to put inside. So this first one is actually a Christmas bundle, the lighter colors along with the pine cones. You'll see here that it was $29.99, but of course it was about 40% off. Then there is this second bundle, and I really liked the dark greens inside, and that's why I thought about using this one. This one was $19.99, and then I had the 40% off coupon for it. And then last, I always have to have my white pumpkins, so I picked up this bundle. It was $9.99 in the fall section, and fall was 40% off as well. So I began by adding the dark green pieces to the back and the lighter white cream pieces to the front. For now, I was going to remove the pine cones and replace them with the pumpkins, but later in the winter, I would use the pine cones and remove the pumpkins. I also decided that I didn't like the swirled white sticks coming out, so I did remove most of those. And once I had the greenery set up the way I liked it, I added the pumpkins to the front. So this is what it ended up looking like. I'm very excited to put this around my house. As you can see, I did take several different pictures of different locations in my home. I do think I'm going to leave it by the TV console. I think I liked that place best. All of the materials for this DIY came from Hobby Lobby, but I will also make sure to link them down in the description below. If you enjoyed this DIY, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Until next time.